Hey, are you okay?
No, it's so awful. Oh my gosh. Like, I was just helping out this person that I've known for a while that is a really good friend. I almost kind of see them like family in a sense, basically, but obviously, that's just because we're close. And I went out of my way to do what I can for them, even gave them my last. Like, I was just so there for them. And I I feel so betrayed. I feel so hurt. I don't know how to recover from this. I'm in so much pain right now. Like, I discovered they didn't actually need my help at all. And I was used this entire time, and I had no idea I was being used this entire time for their own personal gain. And only reason I found out was because I happened to come across a moment where I decided to tell them I don't have something they wanted, or I decided to say no. And then I started to see a completely different side of them, and they started treating me like I was of no use to them and that I didn't have any value anymore in their lives because I wasn't giving to them in the transactional way they expected me to. And that's when I realized that I was just being used because they just wanted things from me and they never actually needed my help, even though they were complaining and whining about how much they were suffering, that nobody was helping them and that they needed my help. And I realized that my position of caring for them was used and weaponized against me so that they could get what they wanted from me. My trust in being a humane person to someone in need has been broken. I feel exploited and I'm grieving, but I'm also angry. I am so conflicted with emotions right now. I can't dialogue yet and regulate yet how to communicate what I need to really say to get this off my chest, because I just feel so played. I feel like an idiot. I feel embarrassed. How could they do this to me? What did I ever do to them? Why did they think this was okay? I'm why does this why did this have to happen to me? They've known me forever practically. Is what it feels like. Why is it that every time I help somebody, this always happens to me where I end up finding out I keep being used? Why me? Okay, that sucks. That is it's actually very disgusting. It sucks. Cruel. The humanitarian side of you that offers human decency was clearly exploited, used, and weaponized against you. And your moral compass was played on by someone that only was thinking about themselves. Well, you also let me know that this has happened more than once to you. Okay, I think you're the problem, and they're teaching you a lesson. And you keep repeating the same lesson, and you keep victimizing yourself for it. And you're having a hard time with people doing this to you because you're not the one changing. You're the one still staying the same. You're having a hard time regulating the dialogue because you're at a point now where you're having a hard time identifying that the real issue here is you are now betraying yourself. Through every encounter, you experience this with somebody different. And it has nothing to do anymore with the person external of you. It has everything to do with you now. And this started from the very first encounter. It wasn't just this one. This was just a repeat of something you were meant to learn a lesson about. A new person came around to see if you learned your lesson.
You, my friend, lack boundaries. Personal boundaries. When you enter connections with others, especially close ones.
How could you say that to me? Like, that sounds so emotionally detached. Like, how could you just say that to me? You see me going through it right now, right? Like, you see me, like, erratic. And you're telling me it's my fault. I gave them my last. Matter of fact, can you give me $20 so I can at least get through the week? Because I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I know I get paid in the next 6 hours, but can I at least get $20 so I can make sure that I'm able to, have something until I get paid next? Because, I mean, clearly you don't care to even listen to anything I've said, and you don't care to even help me create a dialogue for why this has happened. You're not even going to help me rationalize in my mind why this happened. You're just going to tell me it's my fault. My fault? Why would it be my fault? Like, come on. Really? I'm sitting up here being vulnerable and opening up to you, and this is what you got to say to me? I didn't ask to be lectured, okay? I'm looking for sympathy, all right? I'm looking for an opening, okay? So that you can give me what I need because others weren't giving me what I needed. So I need this from you, okay? And just let me know when you can cash out me that $20, okay? Cause I'm gonna need that. All right.
I'm not going to sit here and rationalize a behavior from someone external of you that I actually don't care about. And I'm not going to go out of my way to rationalize a dialogue that helps you sugarcoat and run away from a lesson that you keep failing to learn from because you want to continue repeating the same actions and patterns. Also, I'm now going to give you some tough love in this very moment, and you are not going to like me based off the current mood you're in. You're not getting any money from me. Matter of fact, what's going to happen is I am now going to be the one to exercise a personal boundary here and tell you you're going to have to wait for your check. But I am going to wish you well. I'm going to wish you the best. I'm going to check in on you. I'm going to make sure you're doing okay when I got time. But I'm not going to pour into you where I'm then assisting you to repeat the same thing with me indirectly. Because that's what's slowly happening here, and I'm going to stop it in its tracks because I already see the opening. Your statement sounds very emotionally baiting, and it's my job to be responsible for myself to recognize where to stop this at the door. You can villainize me. You can tell me that I'm in the wrong. How dare I not assist you in your time of need because you decided to not exercise a personal boundary with yourself, with someone else. Yeah. All right, I'll be the villain here if that is what you decide to view me as. But yeah, no, I'm not going to cater to feelings that revolve around you continuing to run away from being accountable for yourself when you are the one that keeps putting yourself in a position to be at a disadvantage with your livelihood because you keep refusing to learn your lesson with others that exploit your humanitarian nature of wanting to help when you see someone that is asking for it and you're not regulating responsibility around your humanitarian side to know when to give and when not to give while you are still practicing human decency in the process of this. So, this is where we're at. I wasn't going to take from you. I was going to take your last like they did to me. I was just asking for some cash until I get paid. In this short period of time I mentioned, it's not like I wasn't thinking about giving it back or anything. I was just, wondering if you would give me something after what I've been through. I mean, it's not like, like I'm not good for it. And why would you assume that I'm repeating the same cycle with you just because I'm asking for a handout after I've already experienced multiple people in my life asking for handouts as well, and I always kept giving just because they knew I would? Like, why would you think I'm repeating it with you? Because you just got done telling me a story about how life became unfair because of your choice of interacting with someone that exposed your lack of responsibility for yourself. And you expressed to me your feelings, which normally would play off someone's moral compass when they are expressing this position of emotion they are currently regulating, which in turn is a form of baiting someone indirectly and subconsciously into acting on their own humanitarian traits to want to cater to this person for what they're going through, where it provokes that person to abandon their own personal boundaries and logic reasoning around them operating from a state of reasoning, of knowing when to regulate, when to give and not give. Whether you're aware of this or not, you are replaying the patterns of what others have done to you, and I see you doing it to me. So, you may not see it yet, but I do. And I'm telling you this because I care about you enough to let you know the pattern has to stop with you. And this is why this is tough love I'm giving you. So does this mean that you won't be able to help me out with my rent at the end of the month either?